So I'm recording a second video about my mother. I set first video that I uploaded to my YouTube account to private because she started returning the money that my brothers owns me. She said she will return, but suddenly since I started again filing crime reports, she was ordered to stop that, to stop returning the money. So she owes me around 500 Swiss francs, which is around that same amount in euros. If I calculate the value of Swiss francs when converted, if I convert value of euros to Swiss franc at the time she returned that amount, so my brother owed me 2,500 Swiss francs. Last year that was around 2,250 euros. It's now 2,500 euros because Swiss franc was going up, as can be seen here, really high here. It dropped, and then it's going up again. So I have everything written. I have her posts in her messages, sorry, in her Viber, and I'm now going to show them. This is basically from where I left off in first video of her. Again, I made this video private on my channel. What? On my channel. On my YouTube channel, but I will now made it public again. So this is my YouTube channel. I'm always using this form because it is more human readable. There is another form. So it's like mailed, and that's this monster. This is the monster. This is the sister who guaranteed for her. Both of them are psych patients. They have serious psych issues. This is the son of that woman, her sister. He's tied with some local criminals who are in organized crime for 20 years in Serbia. So this is a briefly introduction. Sorry. Okay, so I need just to add a time reference. So it's almost 1 p.m. Tuesday, 1st of November 2022. Okay, so I'm now going to go through these messages. So it starts with 26th of September last year. So she said here that I didn't want to talk to her. She was sort of upset about that and told me not to not to disturb my brother. I said here that I reported them for supporting that psycho sorry, and monstrous murderer. Sorry. And I said I will put everything on internet. She said I should be ashamed and to go to seek for help, probably professional help, as if I had some health problems. I don't know what I'm talking about, and so on and so on. So I don't know what I'm talking about, but there are like 50, well, not 50, but probably something about 30 cases in six, maybe even more different prosecutions of Serbia. So six different prosecutions of appeals or appeal in Belgrade, which is the highest instance. There is only one prosecution, public prosecution, which is above them, which is basically just coordinating their activities. But I recently found out that there are 10 cases regarding that psycho and monstrous murderer of my family. So 10 cases in prosecution of appeals in Belgrade, and they told me only for three, which were merged, about three cases last year. They said there were three cases which are merged into one case, but now it appears they recently told me there are 10 cases. So I don't know what I'm talking about, but there are 10 cases about monstrous murders on my family. Then YouTube and Facebook are heavily shadow banning me in every possible way. YouTube banned me for 19 days for first strike, and it should be 7 days. And also, YouTube removed. There is a video on that on my channel. YouTube removed notification, actually record that I was blocked. I mean, regarding that first strike. So this is explained in these two videos. So it appears that I know very well what I'm talking about. And of course, top of Serbian army tried to bribe me. Again, everything is in my videos on the YouTube channel. On my YouTube channel, I just showed. So this is something about state intelligence, nothing special, and so on. So I sent. This is September 28th. So I sent some videos. I reminded my mother that I don't have part of the lungs because she didn't care. She didn't take care of me properly when I was a baby. I mentioned this in the previous video. And of course I said I will sue her for telling me that I don't know what I'm talking about. Then September 29th. Yeah, I also reminded my mother that she married some guy, some probably local criminal from Austria. Then this is something about my cousin and closest neighbor in country where I live now. So I'm not anymore in the city. So he said, sorry. So he said that that psycho and monstrous murderer is entering his home by force, and that she's using death bathing water. There is a video on that bathing water. This is something very, very mean. Here is the explanation. So the effect when somebody is giving you, I mean, normal would drink that, but they are using this in witchcraft big time, and also menstrual blood. I will create video on menstrual blood. I mean, usage of menstrual blood in witchcraft is confirmed by none other than brother of Marina Abramovich. Yeah, that Satanist Marina Abramovich. So her brother lives here in Serbia. I will create video on that. Okay, so again I sent these videos that I mentioned in comments, and also the another neighbor who was a witness. I mean, he signed when my father and that psycho and monstrous murderer married him. So that guy was there. There need to be two witnesses to sign the marriage, which is basically agreement. And he said that nobody knew they were marrying. She basically blackmailed my father to marry her. Yeah, and I'm reminded my mother that she never filed any crime report because she said she will, because she was talking about the law, blah, blah, blah. And then this is interesting. She said, stop eating shit. Yeah, this is what my mother said. And I opened this in the Google. So this is what she said. This. And when translated to so this is the different word. This is basically error in the translator, but if I add that word she wrote, then this is what she said. Yeah, and she lives in Italy now. She was working in Italy, I think, for last 15 or 20 years. And they are blackmailing her. Her pension was delayed by a year because she and my brother were the last two people who were on my side, and then they were blackmailed and bribed, heavily blackmailed and bribed. I thought that it's only blackmail, but it's also bribe. And I also posted some other videos about another of my neighbor who also claimed about dead bathing water used by that monster, psycho, who murdered my family. This is a video about the president of the higher instance court in Smederevo, city in Serbia. There are some other videos. Yeah, so my brother drives 5,000 euro car that were about 5,000 euro, and he bought it, and he doesn't want to return money that he borrowed from me. I also mentioned state intelligence here, stating that they're monkeys, which is insult, because they were trying last year in the summer to starve me. I was selling stuff from my home to have for food because I needed to finish some things, and of course I have 4 eye melanoma, which is one of the worst type of cancer in my eye, and doctors from elite hospital in Russia who went to the city, who have a collaboration with another hospital in the city where I lived. They injected something into my eye, and I got 4 eye melanomas. And the lawyer of that hospital saw that this is, they practically admitted they did that. I tricked them into admitting that, and the lawyer of that hospital didn't want to take the case, which is amazing. And there is also a video about that lawyer. She didn't want to. Yeah, actually. I don't know where is this video. But there is a video when I tried to attorney, well, should be lawyer. So I Skyped her, and she didn't want to answer. She first didn't want to answer to my emails. So this is video of 4 eye melanomas. The fourth is actually a dot. So I might say 3 melanomas in my eye. So this is black. These are black. What's the name in English? Sort of moles. You can consider them moles. So I reminded my mother here about all that. She also she was paid in the end of 90s, 80s. Sorry, the end of 80s. There's another. This is explained in another video. In first video, she sued my whole family, and she was paid 15,000 German marks, which was equal to 30,000 euros. And she spent most of that to male sluts in Italy. I know that for a fact because one of them was with her on my cousin's wedding, and none of my close family, want want to tell me who that guy was. Okay, so said happy birthday here, and I reminded her that I filed a crime report for her co-conspiring with actually supporting psycho monstrous murder of my family. She called me, I didn't want to talk, and I reminded her about that stop eating shit comment. Okay, this is basically the same. She was upset that I don't want to answer. Yeah, and this is the key point. So I said here, I want my money. She asked what I want, and so I said, I want my money that my brother. So I said, I want my money, and this is the key point. She said, I will give it to you. Here. I can even translate it. Yeah, I'll give it. And what I said here, she said, you don't know. This is what she said here, don't know what you want. And I said, I want my money. Normally. Or my money. Okay, it's the same. Okay, so I just wanted to stay true to the content. Okay, so suddenly she wants to talk on January 6th of January, and the reason is because I haven't filed report for any crime report for more than 3 months, and probably people, those pieces of shit from military intelligence, because I reported Serbian military for illegal arms trade. They said they ordered her to return the money to me, and she returned 1,000 euros. So this is when we were talking about how she's going to send that money. She sent that money to me, and then she started. She was once in Serbia. I think it was April or March, and she gave me two, 200 euros in person. And then she started, this is not important, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I mentioned here the guy who, she then suddenly stopped answering my calls because there was a guy, a war profiteer, who was about to illegally buy my property. Although I said this is illegally, my brother and that psycho illegally inherited that because the judge committed a serious fraud during my father inheritance procedure, and she started. She was ordered to stop answering, but suddenly when she saw that I'm not complaining, she started sending me each time 200 euros. So this is May 3rd of May when this guy bought the property. So he informed me like 4 days before this, 29th of April, that he bought it. And she is ordered to send me more money so that I don't complain. And she was sending that. This is another 200 euros using MoneyGram. And another. Yeah, and this is also important. So she was also ordered to come here where I live to live with this psycho monstrous murderer to give her more credibility, because she was really furious when she came here into my home, that monster, and especially after she married my father, and suddenly she wants to come here. I mean, I heard that from people that that psycho was talking to. She claimed that my mother will come here to take care of her because she's sort of ill, that monster, psycho. And I asked her if this is true. And I said I will report her to Italian embassy in Belgrade, and I will do that probably. She doesn't return the money, and I sent the list of debts of my brother and it said here in that, I mean, there is a video on about that paper. So my brother signed that on in February last year, and it said one part says that he owes me 2,500 euros. This was wrong. It should be 500, 2,000 Swiss francs. I reminded my mother about that, and she sent me 200 euros. So this was 1, 2, 1, 2, and the one in person. So that's 600 euros. This is 800 euros. She was in Serbia. She is the place where I live, but she didn't want to. She didn't tell me. I didn't know. I mean, people told me who saw her, because at that time, this is June, 4th of June, and I filed new crime report in about it was about 2 weeks before that. 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks before that, around 15th of May, and she was ordered to not to send any more money to me. So again, 400, 600. She stopped answering here because I was because psych patient around that time started reporting me every week, every 2 weeks to the police. It was all were false reports. She reported me around 10 times, and she was ordered because I was destroying her credibility of that cycle. My mother was ordered not to send me any more money, so she didn't started ignoring me from here. She sent me here the money. So that was 800 euros. 1, 2, 3, and one in person. And 1,000, 1, 2, 3, and 1,000 that she sent before in January. So this is 1,800 euros here in August. She barely I really had hard times to convince her to return that money to me, because again I was not being good. I was I mean good quoted. I was telling what this monster did to my family, that she murdered my family, that was destroying her credibility, and she was ordered not to send any more money to me. So and she again didn't want to talk. And I again threatened that I will report her to a Italian embassy. And she finally returned that another 200 euros to me. And she said here that I'm idiot, horse, reminded her that I have cancer here. Yeah, and people were laughing when I said that I have melanomas, 3 eye melanomas in my eye. But then I went to Smederevo, which is the city in Serbia, in April and May this year, and none of 3 doctors, so private hospital, doctors for eye diseases didn't want to confirm. I just wanted them to confirm that I have. I mean, those black spots can only be eye melanoma. They not just those doctors not just refused doing that without proper explanations. They said I should go to doctors in Belgrade for no apparent reasons, and they also tried to convince me that it can be eye mole, which is not true. Eye mole is not black. And the second one of them said, and I mean that was a doctor who was working for 40 years. She said that it can also be eye wound, but eye wound, you can see that on internet. Eye wound is when you have black spots in your eye vision, so not in your eye. Okay, so I explained that to her, and I sent her a video on my room when this psycho tried to enter my room, and she saw that. I will upload that video to my YouTube channel, and she saw that camera recording her, was recording her, and she left the room. I will also upload that to YouTube, to my channel. I also have a recording when she's spying me at 9 p.m. She's spying me through my window. I mean, real psycho. Okay. Yeah, I reminded her that the ones who were contacting her and who are blackmailing her are actually military intelligence, no matter what they said, if they are police and so on. And I explained here that she was returning the money when I was not complaining and when I was not causing problems to that psycho, which made her co-conspirator par excellence in international organized crime. So even Interpol is involved in that, in this cover-up, and you can see here, you can see that in my Twitter account. I mean, I mentioned that in a lot of videos, but I will mention it again because it is very important. So if you go to Tweets and Replies and you go to the bottom, you will see my tweets to Interpol in 2019. After those tweets, police, within 24 hours, police in Smederevo, city in Serbia, forwarded my crime report to the higher instance prosecution in the same city. So that prosecution is for some serious crimes like murders and so on. There is also elementary prosecution, which is for some lighter crimes like, I don't know, theft or something like that. So small time theft, let's call it that way. And this is also interesting. She said that I'm shit, and to stop to write to her, and that I'm shit. So I will write this down. This is what she wrote, and then I asked her why she's not telling me that Swiss franc is now above euro. I managed on my cancer in my eye. This is some. I reminded her of some affair with a neighbor, and I asked her who is going to return 500 euros, actually 450 euros to me, and I sent her here a link where she can convert euro to Swiss franc on the day when she sent that to me. So this is a Serbian bank, state bank, and I explained here the days and the amount, and I converted it to francs, Swiss francs, when she sent to me, and when everything is calculated, she sent 44 francs, Swiss francs so far, so she owes me around 460 euros. At that date, at that particular date, 18th of October, that was almost 460 euros, and now it's again I show this a bit less. So I asked her, is it possible that she's so bad? I don't know if I can find another word, that she didn't told me about the franc. And my mother has on her chest huge brooch. I don't know if this is correct. I thought she forgot to take it from her neck. Take it down from her neck, if I can put it that way. So, okay. Brooch. Let's see if this is the proper term, because I never use this word. Well, it was not brooch, it was something that she... sort of a necklace, but I call it brooch. It's called brooch here. I mean gold one. And when I asked her, it was I don't know, I saw that in June or July this year, when I was talking to her, when I had a phone call in Viber, and I asked her where did she get that, and she just smiled and said nothing. So she and my brother were heavily bribed, and she also had golden earrings, which are very expensive. So she does have money to return to me, but they ordered her not to return it to me. And again, I reminded her about her admitting that about that message when she said she wrote she will return the money, my brother's death. And this is also very interesting. She's now hiding her status on Viber. Again, I reminded her about returning the money when I was not complaining and not filing the crime reports. So I was able to saw her status recently, but I noticed, I think yesterday, that she's not hiding her status, and also she said she will report me to the police. Even her sister So again, my mother recently told her sister that she is giving me the money, her money, which is not true. And when her sister saw those proofs that my brother sent, that list and so on, she changed her story and said, her sister said that 450 euros is nothing, and I should not depend on that money. I mean, come on, it's huge money here. And I said that I will report her to police and prosecution before she reports me, and I'm doing that by creating this video. And I think I covered everything. Yeah. Okay, so that will be all regarding second video about my mother who brutally betrayed me and now is supporting a psycho and monstrous murder of my family. One more time. I just want to show that psycho, her deformed and rough face. So this is the psycho who murdered my family. She poisoned them with mercury for years, and I explained here that her closest family is closely related to major criminals in Serbia. This is why she is protected. I mean, she's nobody. She can barely read simple text. This is her sister who guaranteed for her. And both of those monsters are psych patients that have serious psych issues. Okay, so this is everything for now regarding my mother. There are some new information. I will create a video and upload it to YouTube. For now, that's all.